All right, joining me now to react is Virginia's new lieutenant governor and the first black woman to hold a statewide office there, Winsome Sears. Lieutenant Governor, thank you for joining us. You listen to those kids. I'm so proud of them. You must be proud of your students there too as well.
Oh yeah, what you're seeing is our crop of future leaders here in Virginia. I don't know what I was doing at their age, but that wasn't it. My God, these kids are going to make sure that their government listens to them, that they know how to seek redress when they have grievances against their government. This is wonderful about America. I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. We're so proud of those kids too. Lieutenant Governor Sears, so just breaking news before we came to air, about 45 minutes, hour before air, your Virginia Senate passed an opt-out law, legislation, hasn't gone to the House yet, where parents will be able to opt their kids out. What are your thoughts on that? And help our audience out here. I remember you guys got elected on the idea that you were going to push back on school boards who are requiring masks, then they push back on you. Are you finally going to get to a point where if a parent doesn't want their kid in the mask, they're not going to have to do it?
Well, here's what we know. We were elected because we did run on giving parents the ability to choose the direction that their children's lives will take. And that includes masks as well as education and other things. And so we're trying to fulfill those promises that we made. We didn't hide what we were trying to do from the voters, and they chose us. Well, elections have consequences, as we know. I just came off the Senate floor where this whole issue was debated about masks, and we prevailed. You see that the Governor Youngkin tried to, well, he did put in an executive order to give parents the ability to make the decision on whether to mask or not. Some parents didn't like that, and they took the governor to, to court. And one of them, it was thrown out in Chesapeake. It was dismissed by the Virginia Supreme Court. And then the one in Arlington was decided in favor of some of those parents. And that one, I believe, is now making its way to the Virginia Supreme Court. In the meantime, because there are more than one ways to skin a cat, we went the legislative route, and we passed on the floor upon its third reading, which has now gone over to the House, giving parents exactly that. We had, I believe, 2 Democrats who made the decision to come over and vote with the Republicans. So it was a bipartisan effort. And the whole thing was not about masks. It was about giving parents back the ability to make choices for their own children, because their children are not children of the state. At least not yet.
I don't know the makeup of the Virginia House. Hopefully, it's at least you have 50% of the votes.
We've got 52.
There you go.
It's going to pass the House. It went over this afternoon. It'll pass the House. The governor will sign it, and then we'll have what we want, which is
then you'll have a law. Then the teachers' unions can't push the school boards into saying, I want those kids in masks when I go into the classroom, because folks, that's what it's really about. This isn't about science. It's all about those teachers not wanting kids without masks in their school, or having them not come to school. Lieutenant Governor, I want to play a soundbite from those kids delivering that affidavit last night. The school board freaked out. They all left, and listen how this thing ends. Take a listen.
Where did the board go?
But the adults can't take it.
Where did they go?
Apparently, they left.
The board has left the building.
Where'd the board go?
They left. The board is gone.
Isn't that interesting? Being served.
Yeah, and there was another line in there towards the end, except Ziegler, and Ziegler eventually left as well. Ziegler's rings a bell because we had Scott Smith on here a couple of months ago when his daughter was sexually assaulted in the bathroom, and Ziegler said it didn't happen. Cops eventually said it actually did happen. He lied. Why is this Ziegler guy still on the board or superintendent? Can you get rid of this guy? I'm sure most of America thinks this guy should be in, at least not on a board, maybe even worse, somewhere else.
Well, until a majority of the board decides to vote to fire him, he will be there. And so what the voters now understand is that school board elections are important. In the past, what they used to do, it's just a school board. What harm can they do? Now we know. Now we know you never take any election for granted, no matter the election. If it's chief dog catcher, Either you go out and become a candidate or you go and support the candidate, because all elections are important.
Absolutely, and yours was, and we're glad you're there, Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, sir. Take care, everyone.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.